In the word, it says those who are sick for pleasure, are sick in sin. They're sick in the flesh. No, they're sick in spirit. And, because they per se act on the flesh, Those who are sick in pleasure of this physical world, or distance themselves away from the Father because those are sin. And I'm a little raw about that, isn't it? I read that, basically read certain chapters, like especially in Matthew and things like that. And I'm just like, okay. A part of me is sick in spirit. Because I love, physical connection so much, and it's been a craving, obviously I've been like this, what I'm saying, like not seeing nobody at all, I haven't seen anybody since like 2021, let's be honest here. Like, that's been the last person I ever per se seen, but what was it, it's been like about 4 years, It's been 4 years, really. Almost 4 years, actually. No, it's been over 4 years. Wow. Time's going by far, But it's like, it's been over 4 years since, like, that situationship thing of, I think that's when the whole Persian of me died. When I started Persian myself and regain myself and being the best version for who I always was meant to be, and I'm still constantly growing as well. But it's like, friend, like I'm like, I still want, I'm still like, part of me still really want that connection. Like, I think hugging and holding each other is like, that's my form of guilty pleasure, spending time around each other and looking instead so the other person's eyes, that's kind of like, in my way, my guilty sin, because it's not like, it's like I really do per se want to charm my per se future spouse in that way, but it's like, I don't want to be so primal and carnal, but I'm in a sense, I have some primal and carnal energy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was gonna say chat. That's crazy. Watching too many streams, and that's another worldly view. I need to get out of, push myself a little bit more away, lock in my energy. But I'm like, okay, I wanna have God in it, in every action I do, And my realization, that's my sense, is not God just there in that per se action of like pleasure, but it's like God is not really in between of that, It's more just like me, like like if I can just look at this person in the eyes, and I don't know who that person is, I'm just like, man, I remember it was at the beginning of this year, I was like, I want to find a wife this year, I want to find a girlfriend this year, and the more the year go on, it's like this start becoming this and this and this, and now I'm just waving and I'm moving. It's only like the fourth quarter of the year, or like the end of the first quarter of the year, supposedly. But if this is the second month of the year. For those who know, But it's like, I find myself wanting to give myself to a said-so person. And the reason why I sin, because those parts are supposed to be for God. It's supposed to be through God, That's how I want my pain to be. It's better to structure that way. And I'm not sure if I even truly believe that, that's probably why I'm in this grateful period of where I'm by myself. Been by myself around for like a couple of years now, man. It's like I gotta know all the old sins of what I used to do, and I'm a lot more mature and I guess wiser. And I think that's what the Father for me being wiser about it, you know. But it's not like I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, I'm a lot more wiser about it. What do I still want a wife, even though I'm young. I'm like, I still want a wife, still do. I'm not sure if that desire is a sin too, but you know, I think my pleasure as well as like my sin of like physical touch, you know, it brings out a part of side of me that's like really romantic and like really loving and caring. Like it brings that side of me that's like, you know, that's been wanting to like really show itself and like really be like open, you know, like spread its wings and fly. And it seems like I haven't had that chance yet, innit? I know you're probably listening to me like, you know, sometimes I go through the same thing too. I know there's somebody out there watching, listening, goes through the same thing I'm per se going through. So odd, ain't it? Just very odd. Very odd. I'm sorry to yawn in your face, but I just got off of my shift. I really wanted to talk to you all today because you're very important to me, truly. And I want us to have a, you know, conversation. So, you know, I wish there's like a live stream where we can talk to each other, or we talk on face to face. I treat it like we are face to face, you know. That's why it's kind of uncut, but you know, I like, you know, the only way we communicate and I'll respond, it's like, you know, it's in the comments. So leave how you feel about this video in the comments. Give me something about yourself, you know. It's a safe space here. We don't judge, we just love. How do you feel about this topic? What can you relate to? Or if you can give some insight about anything and all. Love you as always. Take care of yourself and see you later.